pockets where the whisper of a mysterious bird can simultaneously frustrate, haunt, and inspire us. In the remote forests of Southeast Asia, where morning mists cling to the canopy and sunlight filters through in scattered gold, a remarkable mystery continues to baffle ornithologists, naturalists, and adventurers alike. It is the story of a bird, a creature so elusive and enigmatic that to this day, no one knows its species, its origins, or even its true appearance. Some call it the ghost bird. Our story begins decades ago in 1983 with an ordinary trek through the dense jungles of Borneo. Dr. Margaret Linton, a seasoned ornithologist with a reputation for uncovering rare avian species, was deep in her research on songbird populations. The jungle was alive with the chorus of cicadas, the rustle of unseen creatures, and the occasional burst of color as hornbills swooped through the treetops. But what Dr. Linton heard that day was unlike anything she had ever encountered. It started as a faint, mournful whistle, a haunting series of notes that rose and fell, echoing through the dense foliage. She paused, her breath hitching as the sound pierced the hum of the forest. Determined to identify the source, Dr. Linton ventured deeper, moving carefully through the undergrowth. Hours passed, the whistle would fade into the distance, then resurface somewhere else entirely, evading her at every turn. She never caught sight of the singer, but that sound, the intricate melody, was seared into her memory. Back at camp, Dr. Linton recounted the encounter to her team. She described the tune over and over again, but no one could identify it. It didn't match the calls of any known bird species in the region, or anywhere else for that matter. Years passed before the song resurfaced. In fact, it was decades later, in 1998, when an amateur birdwatcher in Papua New Guinea recorded a peculiar sound on a portable cassette player. The audio was grainy, filled with the background crackle of the recorder, but the whistle was unmistakable. Haunting, beautiful, and eerily similar to Dr. Linton's account. The recording created a ripple in the ornithological world. Experts replayed it countless times, analyzing its tonal patterns, frequency, and rhythm. Yet still no one could match it to a known species. It was as though nature had written a melody that defied categorization. But then things became even stranger. A few years after the recording surfaced, in 2004, a local farmer in the southern Philippines claimed to have seen a bird that matched no description in any field guide. He described it as medium-sized, with iridescent plumage that shimmered in shades of green and black, and a long, tapering tail. Its eyes, he said, seemed almost human, with an unsettling intelligence behind them. Yet the moment he tried to draw closer, it vanished without so much as a rustle of leaves. What immediately piqued scientists' interest was that the farmer recalled hearing the same mournful whistle during the encounter. The pieces of the puzzle seemed to be aligning, and yet they weren't. The sightings were sporadic, the details inconsistent. One report described the bird as vividly red with golden streaks. Another referred to it as white, ethereal, like a spirit floating above the forest floor. The more accounts came in, the more bewildering the mystery grew. It was starting to feel as though people were describing entirely different birds. And this is where the story takes an inexplicable turn. The ghost bird, as it was now being called, began to attract not just scientists, but thrill seekers, wildlife photographers, and cryptozoologists eager to unravel the mystery. Expeditions were launched to follow up on sightings, to trace the unearthly whistle that seemed to lure people deeper and deeper into the forest. Yet for every journey, there seemed to be a force of nature conspiring against discovery. Blinding rainstorms would erupt out of nowhere, muddying trails and breaking equipment. Those who followed the bird's call often reported strange happenings, cases where compasses spun wildly, GPS devices failed, and once clear paths seemed to vanish as if swallowed by the jungle itself. In one chilling instance, a team of researchers stumbled upon a single feather, jet black, impossibly glossy, and sent it to a molecular lab for analysis. The results were inconclusive. It didn't match the DNA profile of any known family of birds. In fact, the genetic markers were so strange that one researcher suggested, half-jokingly, that the bird might not even be from Earth. Could it be possible, some began to wonder, that the ghost bird wasn't a single entity at all? That it was a symbol, a story whispered by the forests themselves, taking on different forms for different people? A trick of the mind? Or perhaps something more abstract, a reminder of how little we truly understand about the natural world? For some, the bird took on a mythological significance. Among certain indigenous communities in Southeast Asia, the whistle was said to belong to a guardian spirit, a warden of the forest. It appeared, they said, to warn humans when they ventured too far or when they threatened the balance of the jungle. To others, it was an omen of change, the harbinger of a truth no one was ready to confront. Yet amid the folklore and speculation, there remain a few tangible sightings that defy dismissal. In 2016, a drone equipped with a high-definition camera captured an image in the depths of the Indonesian rainforest that matches no known species. A bird, perched on the moss-covered branch of an ancient tree, its iridescence gleamed even through the camera lens, and its long tail feathers shimmered as though woven with strands of light. Critics called the image blurry, inconclusive, and most likely photoshopped. But for those who have heard the ghostly whistle, the image was a spark of validation, proof that the mystery persists. Today, scientists acknowledge the ghost bird as one of the greatest unsolved riddles in modern ornithology. Theories abound. Some believe the bird represents an isolated population of an otherwise unknown species that only emerges under rare ecological conditions. Others argue it could be the hybrid offspring of a known bird species, creating an anomaly of sound and appearance. And of course, there are those, including skeptics, who dismiss it as a case of misidentification, myths perpetuated by eager imaginations. But whether real, exaggerated, or something in between, the allure of the ghost bird endures. In the years since it entered global consciousness, the bird has come to symbolize the vastness of nature's secrets, the creatures, habitats, and patterns that defy our attempts to classify, analyze, and conquer. It stands as a reminder that even in an age defined by technology and discovery, there remain pockets of the world that exist beyond our understanding. Pockets where the whisper of a mysterious bird can simultaneously frustrate, haunt, and inspire us. So the next time you wander through a forest, pause for a moment. Listen closely to the sounds all around you, the rustle of leaves, the burst of bird song, the occasional whistle carried on the wind. Who knows? Perhaps you'll hear it too, the mournful, haunting tune of the ghost bird, the creature whose species was never known. And if you do, spare a thought for the mysteries that still linger in the shadows of our world. Because in those rare moments when nature teases the limits of our understanding, we are reminded of something essential, that the world is vast, beautiful, and far stranger than we ever imagined.